The year is 1941. Across the plains of Eastern Europe, a new weapon emerges, a steel thunderbolt destined to shatter the illusion of German invincibility. This was the T-34 tank, a weapon so revolutionary that it sent shockwaves through the Wehrmacht, forcing a desperate scramble to counter its devastating combination of firepower, mobility, and armor. The T-34 would become the iconic symbol of Soviet military might, a testament to the ingenuity born from necessity. From the icy steppes of Russia to the heart of Berlin, the T-34's roar would echo through the battlefields of World War II, forever altering the course of armored warfare. The impact of the T-34 on the battlefield was immediate and profound. German soldiers, accustomed to facing inferior enemy armor, were stunned by the T-34's resilience and firepower. Their own anti-tank guns struggled to penetrate the T-34's sloped armor, while its 76.2mm gun could knock out even the most formidable German tanks at long range. The appearance of the T-34 threw the German blitzkrieg into disarray, forcing a reassessment of their own tank designs and tactics. The legend of the T-34 had begun. The T-34 was not simply a weapon, it was the embodiment of Soviet resilience and innovation. Its creation was overseen by Mikhail Koshkin, a brilliant engineer driven by a singular vision to create a tank that could outperform any other on the battlefield. Koshkin and his team, working under immense pressure, incorporated groundbreaking design elements that would define a generation of tank warfare. The T-34's most striking feature was its sloped armor, a radical departure from the boxy designs of the time. This innovative design, inspired by the work of American engineer J. Walter Christie, allowed the T-34 to deflect enemy shells with remarkable effectiveness. The use of a powerful diesel engine, considered unreliable by some at the time, provided the T-34 with exceptional range and reliability. Wide tracks, another key innovation, gave the T-34 unparalleled mobility across the often muddy and snow-covered terrain of the Eastern Front. These design breakthroughs, combined with ease of production, made the T-34 the perfect weapon for the Red Army's needs. The T-34's baptism of fire came with the German invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941. The initial shock of the German onslaught caught the Red Army off guard, and many T-34s were lost in the chaotic early months of the war. However, even in defeat, the T-34's potential was undeniable. German tank crews were awestruck by its capabilities, reporting back on the T-34's resilience and firepower with a mixture of fear and admiration. The Red Army, however, soon learned that the T-34 was not invincible. Early models suffered from mechanical problems and lacked radios, hindering their tactical coordination. Furthermore, the T-34's two-man turret design placed a heavy burden on the commander, who had to both command the tank and operate the gun. These weaknesses were ruthlessly exploited by the experienced German tankers, who often managed to outmaneuver and outgun their Soviet opponents. Despite these early setbacks, the T-34 had proven its worth, buying the Soviets precious time and inflicting heavy losses on the Wehrmacht. Section 4. Evolution of a workhorse, from T-34-76 to T-34-85. The Red Army, recognizing the T-34's strengths and weaknesses, embarked on a continuous program of improvement throughout the war. One of the most significant upgrades was the introduction of the T-34-85 in 1944. This new variant addressed one of the T-34's most glaring weaknesses by replacing the original two-man turret with a larger three-man turret. This improvement significantly eased the burden on the commander and improved the tank's overall combat effectiveness. The T-34-85 was also armed with a more powerful 85mm gun, capable of engaging the newer and more heavily armored German tanks on a more equal footing. The T-34-85 became the definitive version of the legendary tank, combining the rugged reliability of the original with enhanced firepower and crew ergonomics. Section 5, Clash of Titans, T-34 versus Panther and Tiger. The T-34 faced its most formidable opponents in the form of the German Panther and Tiger tanks. The Panther, introduced in response to the T-34, boasted a powerful 75mm gun and sloped armor heavily inspired by the Soviet design. The Tiger, on the other hand, was a behemoth, heavily armored and armed with the fearsome 88mm gun. The battles between these armored titans would become legendary, etched in the annals of military history. At Kursk, in the summer of 1943, T-34s clashed with Panthers and Tigers in a titanic struggle. While the German tanks enjoyed a technological edge, the T-34's superior numbers and tactical flexibility ultimately carried the day. The T-34's ability to operate in large numbers, coupled with the Red Army's growing tactical proficiency, proved decisive in breaking the back of the German offensive. The T-34, while not always able to match the German tanks in a one-on-one engagement, proved to be a more versatile and adaptable weapon system. Section 6. The Enduring Legacy. From Cold War to Modern Engineering. The T-34's influence extended far beyond the battlefields of World War II. It became a symbol of Soviet military power during the Cold War, its distinctive silhouette a common sight in military parades and propaganda posters. The T-34 was also widely exported to Soviet allies and client states, seeing action in conflicts around the globe. Even today, the T-34 continues to fascinate military historians and engineers alike. Its simple yet effective design, born out of necessity and refined through the crucible of war, offers valuable lessons in adaptability, innovation, and the importance of industrial production in modern warfare. The T-34's legacy is not just one of steel and firepower, it is a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges through ingenuity and sheer determination. The T-34 stands as a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, technological innovation and tactical ingenuity can tip the balance of power and shape the course of history. As we marvel at the T-34's enduring legacy, one question remains. What lessons can we learn from this iconic weapon, and how can we apply those lessons to the challenges we face today?